Here's Fresh. He's got 27. Sinks that one from the post. Fresh has got 29.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Outside Rondo. Beasley, the pass to Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Beasley against Hill. Pass to Jones. Here's Fresh. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. A minute 42 left in the third. Rondo passes to Garnett. Second chance effort, and Jones sends it back.
He was not having it. Get that stuff out of here.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Rondo. Ten points for him. And there's the drive. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's take a look at the numbers for him. And the Bucks with some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Garnett. And Howell subbed in for J.J. Redick. The Celtics also with a sub. Dante Cunningham's checked in for Hill. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Pierce is checked in for Rajon Rondo. The Celtics also with a sub. Hill's checked in. .103 left to play in the third. Beeler passes to Udrih. Inside, here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Udrih with the excellent feed that time.
Bucks trail by 19. Pass to Monroe. Beasley with a clean look. The offensive rebound. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
An exceptional offensive rebounder. Gibson seems to have an uncanny ability to get to the right position on the glass.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Cunningham, and Gibson sends it back.
And that block was all about timing, making sure he didn't foul while also protecting the rim.
.19 seconds left here in the third quarter. 2 on the clock for 3. Udrih, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists in the game. Howell passes to Beasley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Free throw, good, Beasley. And both free throws good for Beasley. And so it's the Boston Celtics with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute. we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Celtics leading by 18. To the inside, Peeler. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Peeler's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. Outside, Pierce. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the last.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Pass to Udrich. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap. In the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now here's Beasley. Doesn't go for him. Hill with some nice D. Three-pointer. And no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Over to the left wing. Powell can't hit. Celtics leading by 22. To the middle. It's deflected. Stolen by Monroe. Down low. Here's Gibson. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started. Clark, he just rocked the rim.
Insanity on display right there. Wow.
Woo. And in a groove and showing no signs of slowing down. His offense has been pretty impressive here tonight.
Here's Howell. On its way from Beasley for 2. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Udrich, and it's Boston with another.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They've got to tighten it up.
Pass to Pierce. Here's Howell. Now Beasley. Here's the 3. Hill pulls it in. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here he goes. Cunningham. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Cunningham's got his first points of the game. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Howell. It's Beasley on the wing. Shot clock at 5. To end the drought. Nailed from three-point land.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. The Bucks making a switch here. Gortat's checked in. To the paint. Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
E with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. The kick out to Hill. Shoots the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Howell. E with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jones. The shot will not fall. Gortat with the defensive effort. Floats it up for Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Pass to Fresh for three. The rebound by Pierce. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Down low. And Gortat gets it to go in on the assist by Pierce.
Defenders so locked in on Pierce made that an easy assist for him.
Hill against Beasley. Jones with the screen on Beasley. Right side Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Here's E. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Monroe. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
Craig Monroe is really good at positioning himself down low. I mean, he's definitely a threat to throw it down on you whenever he's near the basket.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Now here's Beasley. And Howell kicks to Beasley. Floats one up. Rebounded by E.
He's had a hard time finding his shot this quarter.
Pass to Hill. Now E. Now here's Fresh. And that one, good. Fresh has got 36.
If you get the ball that close, you kind of have to finish it.
And here is Monroe. Wants to get it to Pierce and does. Yes, that goes in.
Paul Pierce does a bit of everything. Such a deadly scorer, and he is giving this team fits.
Pass to Fresh. Tries it from 19, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Now here's Pierce. Lets it fly from 18. And Boston with the rebound. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Fresh. Puts one up from 19. Rebound, Milwaukee. Monroe's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Beasley on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. To the middle. Here's Gortat. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Tell you what, when Gortat finds his groove now, he's looking to shoot it every time, as well he should. I love seeing him be aggressive like this.
Here's Fresh. Banked in off the glass. Fresh has got 40 points.
Just doing everything for his team in this one. Single-handed. Taking it to him.
Pass to Gortat. And that comes off the assist by Pierce.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's E. Gortat with the steal. Here's Beasley. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Jones. Here's Fresh. And a miss there on the triple. Beasley outside. And it's blocked.
showing no mercy at the defensive end.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Some changes here for the Bucks. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Monroe. Reddick comes in for Howell. And it's Rondo in for Michael Beasley. Rondo passes to Garnett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pierce for 3. Rebound Boston.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. That one good for 2.
And Rondo, as good as it gets in transition, whether he's shooting or passing, he tends to make the right decision.
Here's Hudrick inside, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Outside, Pierce. Pass to Garnett. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight. Wesley with the ball. Hudrick scanning the 4. Jones with the screen on Rondo. Wing shot on the way, and he can't bank that one in. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Bucks.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Fresh.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Barea, he's checked in for Boston.
You know, with the style of game he has, seems like no matter the system, he's going to succeed.
Rondo's shot is good.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Floats it up for Hill. Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Bobcats going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Charlotte. Well, they have a difficult test here in the first round. With the talent level of these two teams, this feels more like a second-round matchup.
Yeah, I think most of us are expecting it to be a highly competitive series. Home court advantage could be the difference maker in this one.
Now, here's Brown. Garnett the pass to Brown. Lock it 6. From deep three-point land, the shot by Pierce will not go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Now here's Pierce after the miss from Andre Drummond. Right side, Pierce. Drives to the hoop. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. And here is Bridges to the inside. And it's Drummond missing.
As he often does, he gets to the rim. But that's just stellar defense.
Brown and Shannon Brown with the slam.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Thomas, a screen on run. Here's Irving. Rebound by Monroe. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Pierce not giving the defense any chance to stop him on that drive.
Irving against Rondo. Thomas is screen on run. Irving dishes to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. Bucks at 5 from 18. Pierce with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Monroe with a screen on right. Here's Pierce. Thomas grabs the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And stolen by Thomas. In the corner, it's Bridges. Pierce with the steal. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Thomas over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Now, Wright. Still scoreless. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Wright. The Bucks trail. Now here's Pierce. Garnett with the screen for Pierce. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Not backing up or backing down. Pierce knows he's got to keep going after his shot when the defense is trying to be tight on him.
Milwaukee shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Good from Pierce.
You know, in so many ways, Paul Pierce is just remarkable. I mean, his skill level is so high. I mean, he can outsmart defenders, and really has the mechanics to score the ball from anywhere.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
One thing you really love about this guy is how hard he works to be reliable. I mean, he wants his team to know they can always count on him.
It's stolen by Rondo, and now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, you can't let Rondo get free in those situations. He's an absolute terror on the fast break.
Rondo against Irving. Thomas is screen on Rondo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Bobcats shooting their first free throw of the night.
At the line for New York Bobcats, Thomas. 1 shot.
Free throw no good for Thomas. For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pierce kicks to Brown. Five to shoot. Inside. Tipped away. He swipes the ball away again.
And for this franchise, he's tied the record for most steals in a playoff game.
His disruptive nature defensively helps take offenses out of their rhythm, which is invaluable. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Here's Bridges. Still without a basket. Thomas kicks to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Drummond sets the screen for Bridges. Pulls it from the elbow. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Garnett with a screen on Irving. Rondo scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Weaving his way inside, Rondo creating his own lane to the bucket.
Irving looking for an opening. Thomas sets a screen for Irving. Buries it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Bucks trail by 4. Outside, Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Pierce is doubled. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Garnett with the slam.
When Kevin Garnett gets that ball anywhere close to the rack, he's going to throw it down.
Irving passes to Thomas. Bridges with it. Irving a screen on Brown. Bridges outside. Shoots over Brown. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Pass to Rondo. Now Garnett. He's guarded by Thomas. And Thomas with the block.
And he sends a message with that swat. Do not come in my house. Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
second team foul.
And here's Rondo. Garnett surveying the defense. 5 on the clock. Pierce kicks to Garnett. The Bobcats pull it in. Thomas got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right, left side. Pass to Drummond. And he lays it straight in. And the Bobcats lead by 6.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Rondo against Irving. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Thomas. 6 for 6. He's wrecked in this from the field. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bobcats.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Rondo. The kick out to Pierce. Knocks down the 3 ball. Pierce has got 6.
And when your mechanics are as strong as Pierce's, putting up a quick shot is not that hard.
Right outside. Pass to Bridges. Thomas a screen on Brown. Here's Bridges, and he banks in the layup.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Rondo. The shot from the low post is good. 6 points for him.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Irving passes to Wright. Now, here's Bridges. Thomas a screen to the middle. It's tipped. And finds Thomas. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pierce attacking, spins to the rack, and the layup is good.
Pierce showing off a little bit off the dribble that time. Very creative with that move.
So Phil Jackson's decided to take a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Group on the floor now for Charlotte. Some changes here for the Bucks. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Outside Jackson. Here's Humphries. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Howell. Here's Burke. Hands it from downtown.
Defense was on him, but he has the confidence to rise up and knock it down.
Bobcats leading by 4. And here's Livingston. Jackson kicks to Livingston. To the wing right side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Spates. Offensive rebound. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Beasley. Still yet to score.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Cook, the pass to Spates. Outside Jackson. Here's Cook. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And so it's Charlotte bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Beasley outside. Reddick setting the pick for Beasley. Here's Gortat, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, and the wingspan of Gortat helps him big time on the glass. Great at using his height and length to corral rebounds.
Here is Cook. Up top, Spates. Over in the corner, Livingston. Pass to Humphries. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And the Bobcats lead by 9.
And when you work that rock down low, take shots from there. You'll shoot it at a very high clip.
Covington passes to Reddick. Here's Howell. And it's the Bobcats on the break. Here's Livingston. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Here's Beasley. Good. Beasley's got his second basket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Gortat with the block.
And an average shot blocker for a center. When Gortat rejects shots, it helps set the tone for the defense.
Bobcats leading by 7. Cook looking it over. Pass to Spates. 6 to shoot. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Up and in on the layup. Livingston's got 6.
Gets it where he wants it and takes it up strong.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Some changes here for the Bucks. Garnett, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Pierce comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Brown in for Howell. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Against Pierce, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Reddick against Irving. Pass to Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
And the first thing you might notice about Irving is how smooth he is with the ball in his hands.
Now here's Pierce. 8 points for him. Ball's knocked loose. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. Here's Irving. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bobcats. Reddick against Irving. Pass to Garnett. Thomas with the block.
Wow, great interior D. That effort gets erased because of it.
Down low. Here's Spates. Reddick with the rebound. Bucks trail by 13. Outside, Pierce. Here's Gortat. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Gortat's got his second bucket.
And what a forceful player Gortat can be at times. Love seeing him finish off these plays with that ferocity.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 16. Back to Cook. 5 to shoot. That's to Spates. He's off on that one. Gortat with the defensive effort. Bucks have gone 50% for the 4 in the second. And another steal for him.
And his last strike sets the franchise record. He now has the most steals in a playoff game in this franchise's history.
What an absolute menace he's been out there tonight. He's completely changed the tone of this playoff game. And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Drummond's checked in for Charlotte. The Bucks also with the sub. Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Gortat. the Bucks with possession here. It's a 14-point game. Irving against Redick. Down low. Garnett puts it in.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
Redick against Irving. It's Drummond, high post. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now Brown. Pass to Garnett. Six on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Monroe. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Back to Irving. Drummond sets the screen for Irving. Over Redick. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bobcats. Pierce against Wright. Monroe with a screen on Wright. Outside Pierce. Thomas with the block.
Yeah, when you go to the rim, you better bring it or it's going to get rejected.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Bridges, he's checked in for Daquan Cook. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Rondo's checked in. Bucks trail by 14. It's Pierce on the wing. Over Wright. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Charlotte's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Loads it up for Monroe. And stolen by Wright. Irving for 3. Here's Thomas. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
All right. Look who's coming onto the court. Thomas. All right. That was your Bobcats. Dance time. Make some noise.
Here's Brown, and stolen by Drummond. Down low, here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Pass to Bridges. Thomas inside. Defended by Garnett. Thomas, no luck. Bucks trail by 16. Brown the pass to Rondo. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist. And the good thing about Irving is he doesn't try to do too much. He just wants to make the right play and the right pass.
Now here's Rondo. 10 points for him. Pass to Brown. And here's Garnett. Shot clock at 5. Here's for 3. Monroe, the second chance points on the tip in.
Yeah, and the determination by Greg Monroe. I mean, never gives up on the glass. which in turn earns him second chance opportunities near the basket.
Hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got 10 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Now here's Pierce. 8 points for him. Here's the teardrop. Thomas grabs the rebound. Thomas got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Rondo with the ball. He's covered by Irving. Outside Rondo. Over Irving. Rondo kicks to Garnett. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And then Thomas with the dunk.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 10. Left side Pierce. Looking to get back on track here. And Wright pulls it down.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Irving against Rondo. Drummond sets the screen for Irving. There's the drive. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Monroe with a screen on Wright. Pierce attacking. Good again that time.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now, here is Irving. Thomas is screen on one. Thomas finds Wright. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Irving for 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Monroe's got his 5th rebound in this one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Rondo. Pass to Garnett. Thomas with the block.
Hey, you could feel that throwback from here.
Bridges passes to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And so it's Charlotte with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We come back right after this. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. You look at Tyrus Thomas. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of
him. NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Now, here is Irving. And it's Thomas at the elbow. Shot from 12. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Thomas got 24.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Bucks passing it around. Rondo looking around. Garnett with the screen on Wright. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
You look at his athleticism, the mobility, and agility. Garnett knows how to make himself dangerous in the pick and roll.
Here's Rondo. It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Bridges. It's Garnett on the wing. pass to Rondo. From beyond the arc. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. Now, here is Irving. Here's Thomas, and then Thomas with the dunk.
And you're not going to get an easier piece than that. Straight to the basket.
And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Garnett with a screen on right. Pierce attacking over right. On the basket by Pierce. Pierce has got 10 points.
Pierce's jump shot makes quick work of the mid-range opening, lethal from that area of the floor. Refined and perfect.
Now, here's Bridges. He's got 6. Nobody near Irving. Bangs home the trifecta. Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the New York Knicks. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. the Celtics. This is a team who feels like they could win this series handily, but they need to start it off on the right foot.
And that's the key. Home court advantage doesn't mean anything if you don't use it. It's all about setting the tone tonight.
Now, here's Gallinari. And the shot goes down.
And one of his strengths, Gallinari attacks in the lane with a purpose.
Pass to Fresh. To the middle. And Chandler throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect for the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Stoudemire. Rebound by the Celtics.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
And Giannis throws it down.
Playing with authority inside. Giannis not settling for the layup.
Now, here's Felton. D right on him. Misses from short range. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Here's Fresh. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Pass to Stoudemire. Outside for Felton. Just 5 to shoot. And the Knicks miss again.
Look, when the defense leaves the mid-range open like that, you got to punish it, or they'll keep letting you shoot it.
There's the three. Sinks the triple.
In the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
For New York, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Stoudemire setting the pick for Gallinari to end the run. Giannis with some nice D.
A 1 for 5 start so far. Not what they envisioned coming into this game.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hammering it down. The rookie Antetokounmpo sticking it to the defense.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Stoudemire. Outside, Felton. Pass to Gallinari. Now here's Stoudemire. Shot clock at 6. Back to Gallinari. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Wilson Chandler.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Fresh. Fires for 3. Osdog grabs the board.
You know he wants that one back. Right in his wheelhouse.
Stoudemire against Chandler. It's Fields on the wing. Pass to Felton. They could use a bucket. And the 3 ball is good.
He flashes his touch from deep there.
This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here's Fresh. They grab their own miss. Shots good by Peeler.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Felton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's it go from the wing. And it's Gallinari missing.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
Pass to Fresh. In inside, and Wilson Chandler with the slam.
Getting up with power. Got to respect the bounce of Chandler on these throwdowns.
Knicks trail by 8. Felton the pass to Stoudemire. Back to Felton. To the inside. And Stoudemire slams it in.
Great admiration for Stoudemire's athleticism. You got to be aware of it now, because he'll get to the air and throw it down in a hurry.
Pass to Peeler. Now Giannis. Launches a 3. Gallinari with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the jam by Stoudemire.
You know, the connection Stoudemire has with his teammates on these alley-oops, really special and simpatico.
Now here's Fresh. He has yet to score. Clock at 6. Misses the 3.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Down low, here's Stoudemire, and Stoudemire slams it in.
And Stoudemire just moves so well in that pick and roll, just cuts the D to shreds with that set.
Pass to Fresh, takes a 3. Knicks with the rebound.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the back.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well. He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
Now here's Fresh. Chandler outside. Drills it from outside. Chandler's got 7 points in the game.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, Chandler's so good at recognizing when he should shoot off the catch.
Over to the wing. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. A different look for New York. Now comes in for Moscow. And it's right in for Gallinari. Here's Stoudemire. Fires from deep. And Wright with the basket on the assist by Stoudemire. Wright's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
And that's a classic play in the modern NBA. You think it's going inside, but it's still all about finding the 3.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. For New York, Harris is checked in for Stoudemire. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Raymond Felton. Outside Hill. Pass to Fresh. From past the arc. That one's off to a rough 0 for 6 start for him. To the paint. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
I tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
They set the pick. Inside. Here's Cunningham. Plays it up off the golf course.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here is Augustine. Got a piece of it. For 3, Harris. And Jones pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Good on the bucket. He's got 5.
That's a battle inside, and through all the contact, he's able to finish that one. And
Cunningham with the block. Here's Fresh. Scoreless thus far. Jones, no luck. Harris outside. Fields the pass to Yao. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
So it's the Celtics now. To the middle. Here's Jones. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they repeatedly closed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
On the way, Harris. Back to Augustine. Pass to Fields. Can't hit from in close.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Fresh can't get it to go.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Here's Harris. White trying to break free. And Harris gets it to go on the assist from Fields.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Jones checked in for the Celtics. And New York with a change here, too. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And here's Jones. 1:56 left to play in the first. Pass to Fresh. And that one is stuffed right through.
In a game? Are you serious? Did he just pull that out?
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for New York. Trailing by 2. Caldwell Pope feeling it out of it. It's stolen by Jones. And here's the fast break. It's a floater. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. It's tipped.
No chance to convert that one. Stuffed.
Pass to Fresh. Fires the 3. Traps in the tray. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Now here's Jones. Nothing on the board. To the wing on the left. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
And it goes down 2 points. Yao's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is why they get Yao the ball inside. He's basically unguardable this close to the rim.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. Fresh can't get it to go. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Celtics out in front as they end the first quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. We're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Now here is Augustine. He with the steal. Floats it up for Giannis up high and down hard.
Gliding through there. Giannis with exceptional talent.
Knicks trail by 10. Pass to Yao. Augustine on the wing. Barnes. Now Stoudemire. It's a nice passing by New York here. The kick out to Barnes. From outside, off the mark. Celtics leading by 10. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Fresh. Here's E. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And that one's good. Fresh has got 11 points.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Stoudemire against Chandler. It's tipped. Yao. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Look, you'll take that shot every time up the floor.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's the pick. Here's Fresh. A 3-pointer, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Kick by Yao. Barnes kicks to Augustine. Back to Barnes. 3-pointer. Here's Yao. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Over in the corner, Chandler. Here's Fresh. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. He's got 13.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Yao dishes to Augustine. Driving in, and the layup's good off the glass. Augustine's got his first points in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Beyond the arc. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Boston leading by 11. Chandler a screen. Pass to Peeler. Just 3 to shoot, and he uses the glass on the layup. Peeler's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
Great pass by him right there. This is the kind of unselfish attitude you love to see.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
The Knicks making a switch here. Fields checked in. Augustine with it to the inside. Here's Stoudemire, and it's Stoudemire with the jam.
Terrific work off the screen.
Celtics leading by 11. to the paint. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Now here is Fields. No scoring in this one. Yao can't hit. Now here's Fresh. Fields covering. Here's Peeler. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Yao. Augustine looking around. Yao the pass to Stoudemire. Left block shot on the way. And it's Yao getting it to go down. Yao's got 10.
There are big men. And then there's Yao Ming. Wow. Wow. Wow.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Check in for Chandler. Then for the Knicks, Harris is checked in for Yao. Barnes comes in for Darrell Wright. That's Felton in for Augustine. Antetokounmpo against Barnes. Out to the right wing. Connects from three-point range. He's got 8.
And how about the ball movement there? Creates the opportunity. Nice decision there to send it out.
Stoudemire outside. Six to shoot. Felton deciding where to go with it. And that one hits back out. Celtics leading by 14. Fresh. 15 points in the game. Inside. Here's Peeler. Ready by Stoudemire. On the stripe. Peeler's shot is off. Knicks trail by 14. Outside Felton. Bobbed up there for Barnes. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
You can see Giannis learning how to make good use of that exceptional length with that block right there.
Three-pointer on the way. They get the rebound. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Felton. Fresh pulls it in. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Peeler's got 8 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Triple from the wing. And the Celtics lead by 19. And it's Felton with the ball for the Knicks. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. You look at Fresh, what a contribution.
But, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
Checked in for the Celtics. Hill comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Knicks also changing it up. Mozgov comes in for Stoudemire. And it's Gallinari in for Barnes. Here's Felton. Now here's Mozgov. Outside, Felton. Shot clock at 6. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 5.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Pass to Fresh. Puts up a 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And right now, the D has no answer.
Knicks trail by 20. And Mozgov throws it down.
Posterizing finish by Mozgov. That is a big man attacking rack.
To the inside. Jones. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now, here's Felton. 5 points in the game. Cunningham against Harris. New York needs to get off a shot. And here's Felton from the arc. Boston grabs the miss.
A good board there, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one. Where did that come from? That was beautiful.
What a punch.
Now, here's Felton. Harris outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
2 shots.
That's good from Harris. And some changes here for the Celtics. E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for Cunningham. And Terrence Jones is subbed in for Hill. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Celtics leading by 20. Pass to Fresh. It's over Fields. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
Now here is Harris. A 3 ball. And Jones pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to E. Plenty of space. Good. He hits the jump shot. Fresh has got 22.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here is Harris. He has 6. It's blocked.
Oh, my word. You can't play much tougher interior defense than that.
Kicks it out to Jones. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Taken away by Felton. Inside. And there's Mozgov. That's good on the assist by Felton. Felton has got 4 assists now tonight. Boston leading by 22. Jones with the screen on Felton. Pass to Jones. It's rebounded by New York. Right side, Felton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Felton has got 4 this quarter.
Hey, he'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Here's Fresh. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Boston Celtics controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. Chandler with the screen on Felton. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Gallinari. The shot misses. Good D by Giannis.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now, here's Felton. Stoudemire in the post, covered by Giannis. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Celtics leading by 22. Here's Fresh, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Decided there was no need for a soft finish on that tape.
Outside Felton. Pass to Stoudemire. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
No one near him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 14 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there. You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul. Here's Giannis. He's got 9. It's stolen by Stoudemire.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
And Fields kicks to Gallinari. Here's Felton, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Felton has got 9 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And it's Stoudemire at the elbow. That's short off the rim. Celtics leading by 20. Now here's Fresh. Fields covering. This one for 3. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Fresh can't get it to go. New York shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. And it's Stoudemire at the elbow. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
Stoudemire, such an explosive scorer at his position.
The The Celtics have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Shot from 12, and it's in off the backboard. He's got 19.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Fresh. He's got 24, and that one is off. And here's Gallinari. Felton with the ball. He's got 9. Stoudemire outside. And Stoudemire getting double teamed. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Celtics making a change here. Cunningham's checked in.
Here's someone once again for Celtics Entertainment.
With the drive. Oh, and slam it down.
Takeoff. Oh, my gosh. How did he do that?
Oh, man.
Oh.
And here are the Knicks now after the basket by Boston.
Excellent piece to have offensively. Stoudemire has that toughness you look for in the score.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Celtics leading by 22. Here's Giannis. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
With his size and skill set, the potential is just through the roof for Giannis.
Back to Felton. And he makes good on the layup. And 11 points for Raymond Felton.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Pass to Cunningham. Now here's Fresh. Fields covering. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Eugene Lee, and he's checked in for the Celtics. Now Gallinari. Stoudemire with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Gallinari kicks to Stoudemire. Pass to Mozgov. Shot clock at 6. Over E. And too long on the shot.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And here's Fresh. It's over Fields. Takes the 3. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fields the pass to Felton. Stoudemire in the post. He's there. Stoudemire inside. Rebounded by E. Boston leading by 22. Fresh, the pass to E. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. E's got his first basket.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
To the paint. And it's blocked.
Boy, you can't go soft to the basket when he's around. I mean, he had no problem. That was an easy denial for him.
For three, Felton. Rebound, Boston. He's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Chandler, the pass to Fresh. Pass to Watson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Boston making some changes. Jones comes in for Gianni. And it's Hill in for Antetokounmpo. And then for New York. Now checked in for Mazda. Wright comes in for Gallinari. And B.J. Augustine subbed in for Raymond Felton. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's ready to talk things through with them. Checked in for New York. It's right on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. Defense, Boston. They lead by 24. Their biggest margin. Augustine from outside.
Outstanding contest on that shot. Great work defensively.
Jones, the pass to Fresh. Back to Jones. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Chandler with the steal. Breaks it off the glass. He's got 23.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Now here is Harris. He's got 6. Here's Yao. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Guys, it's just so difficult to stop Yao. His size and strength let him go right through that contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That one misses for Yao.
And Ming, boy, I tell you, this guy is so big. He's a dominant force who also has a touch that belies his size. This guy is a real force at both ends.
Now here's Fresh. 24 points for him. 5 to shoot. It's blocked.
Great anticipation defensively. He was all over that.
Right with it. He's picked up by Hill. The shot's good from Yao.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
He lobs it up.
Great teamwork right there. Totally in sync on that play.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Fields' shot is good. Fields has got his first bucket in this one.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
To the middle, here's Jones. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
It's right on the wing. Trying to find Chandler. He's got it now. Chandler with the block.
Is there any better feeling than stuffing a shot near the hoop?
The drive by Hill. And Hill throws it down.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Now here is Augustine. Out to Harris. Jacks up a three. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine.
3 points.
Augustine's got 4 assists in the game. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston Gold. Entertainment.
So both teams making some changes here. .105 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Peeler. Now Fresh. Shot from 12. Count that bucket. 25 points in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And Fresh picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. And he drives in. It's stolen.
You've got to do a better job of just taking care of the ball. Great job on the assist, scanning the floor and finding that open look.
Here's Augustine. The kick out to right. Barnes outside. Pass to Augustine with 4 seconds on the clock. That one misses. And so it's Boston rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Round one. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Out to the wing. Stoudemire kicks to Augustine. New York moving it around. Pass to Yao. Over Peeler. Yao, no luck.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here's Fresh. Yao Ming missing his last shot. Just 4 to shoot. And yes, it's good. 28 points for Fresh.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Yao. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
And how about Ming just going to work? His guys are getting him the ball, and boy, is he rewarding.
Now here's Fresh. Driving the lane. And another basket for Boston.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Pass to right. On the wing, Barnes. Here's Augustine. To the inside. And here is Yao. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
And Boston has possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. 17-foot shot on the way. Good D by Barnes.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
Pick by Yao. Augustine from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Now here's Chandler. From deep, Giannis. Rebound by Yao Ming. Yao's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to right. And the dunk by Wright.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Here's Fresh. Busted. No good that time either.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Augustine in the corner. Pass to Yao. Pocket 6. Driving inside. And finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Coming in with strong momentum. He's capable of throwing it down on these drives.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. So far in the 4th quarter, they belong to 6 points. Now, here's Yao. Here's Augustine. Chandler with the steal. Pass to Fresh. Lets the 3 fly. Augustine grabs the board. Augustine's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here's Chandler. And Wilson Chandler with the slam.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
Chandler against Augustine. Pass to Stoudemire. A 3. Augustine, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one's good. Fresh.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And here's Augustine. Pass to Yao.
Tobias Harris fields.
Here's Stoudemire. Now here is Augustine. Stoudemire setting the pick for Augustine. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help. Or he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about him.
Stoudemire. Rebound by the Celtics. Healers got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Puts it up from 15. And again, it's Boston converting.
Yeah, usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups or dunks, but not now.
Harris against Chandler. Off the run. Harris, no good. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Fresh. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
You like to see a player not afraid to embrace physical play and get to the line.
For two, Fresh.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Knicks, Mozgov, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Molinari comes in for Darrell Wright. And it's Felton in for Augustine. Both good from the line that time.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
Felton the pass to Stoudemire. And Stoudemire getting double-teamed. Fields. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Fresh with the ball. Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Great pass.
Chandler with the steal. Throws it up high. Throw down the sledgehammer!
No, he didn't. No, he didn't do that.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on also.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And Boston has possession after Amari Stoudemire's bucket. Yep, that one goes in there. He has 35.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Felton. Molinari outside. Pass to Stoudemire. 6 to shoot. Inside. Here's Mozgov. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
And being aggressive, using that length, Mozgov owning the painted area in the face of pressure.
Here's Fresh. Tries again, and it's good for 2.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now, here's Felton, and he banks in the layup.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Out to Chandler from outside the arc. Stoudemire grabs the miss. New York's gone 1-3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, Felton. Stoudemire, the pass to Fields. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Celtics foul. Third personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Knicks. Fields. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. No good on the second free throw.
You know, he's somebody his guys like playing with because he does whatever is necessary to win.
Over in the corner, onto the Kumbo. The Celtics working the ball around now. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. 37 points for him.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Chandler. Gallinari making his last shot, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, here's Felton. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Peeler passes to Chandler. Here's Fresh. That falls nice feed that time from Chandler. And that's now 30. 5 points for Fresh.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game one of the series for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game two with the same intensity, and honestly, maybe even more. You know, they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. Doing it here again this one. A terrific night for Fresh.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Felton. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this place in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. A hard-fought series. It will end here tonight. The deciding Game 7, Round 1 in the East. Happy to bring you all the action live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Bobcats going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Taking a look at Charlotte. Tonight, it's all hands on deck for them here at home. This is a Game 7, and we know anything can happen.
Yeah, and I expect them to tighten up their rotation, play with more urgency. The start of this game is huge. They're hoping the home crowd will help them.
See the pass to Bridges. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's Pierce. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Pass to Irving. Latrey. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And a gifted three-point shooter. But what makes Irving so dangerous is his incredible confidence.
Hondo against Irving. Now Brown. It's Pierce on the wing. 5 on the clock. And the Bucks miss again.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Thomas kicks to Irving. Back to Thomas. It's stolen by Rondo. Brown deciding where to go with it. Pass to Garnett. Out to Monroe. It's Pierce on the wing. Over Drummond. And again, the Bucks miss.
And 0 for 4 starts. Somebody forgot to take this team out of the cooler.
Drummond sets the screen for Irving. To the middle. And Drummond throws it down.
Throwing it down with some nasty attacks to it.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 0 of 4, missing the first 4 field goals. And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Brown, no good.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going. And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Irving against Rondo. Pass to Garnett. Back to Rondo. Here's Monroe, defended by Drummond. And Monroe with the basket on the assist by Rondo.
Man, I love how intense Monroe is in the paint. If he has the ball close to the bucket, he's thinking about scoring every time, which is how you should think when you're inside.
Now here's Irving. For the 3. Good on the triple. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Pass to Garnett. Outside, Pierce. Here's Monroe. And it's sent back by Drummond.
So we saw he was ready
Bridges passes to Thomas. Back to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Thomas a screen on run. Pulls up. High post. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Irving's got 8 points.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss. The way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Rondo passes to Garnett. And it goes out of bounds. A last touch by Irving.
It gets a finger on it. But just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Rondo. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. And has a great touch as well around the rim.
Now here's Irving. He's got 8. Outside Thomas. Down low. Lays it up and in off. The pretty assist.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well.
A hard-fought series. It will end here tonight. The deciding Game 7, Round 1 in the East. Happy to bring you all the action live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Bobcats going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. So off the tip, it's Charlotte. Irving against Rondo. Thomas is screen on Rondo. Pass to Drummond. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bridges. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Now Rondo. Here's Garnett. Defended by Bridges. Outside, Pierce. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. They look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues that they just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
And so it's the Bobcats getting on the board first. The 3 drills the three-pointer.
With his three-point shooting ability, Pierce can play either the 3 or stretch you out from the 4 spot. And that's part of what makes him so valuable.
Now here's Drummond. Craig Monroe with the rebound. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. To the inside. Here's down low. Monroe finds Pierce. Misses the baby hook.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Rondo against Irving. Pass to Thomas. A baseline J. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Rondo looking over the floor. It's Pierce on the wing. Inside, Monroe. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
And Greg Monroe is really good at positioning himself down low. I mean, he's definitely a threat to throw it down on you whenever he's near the basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Rondo. Pierce, good. Pierce has got 5 points so far.
Nice job that time by Pierce. You know, some guys absorb contact like a sponge. It just has very little effect on Pierce.
That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting.
No other way to put it. Just a poor team performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Now here's Pierce. He has 5. Pass to Monroe. Here's Rondo. Great D that time from Irving. The Bobcats have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Pierce. Brown kicks to Pierce. And the Bucks miss again.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Outside Irving. Drummond in the post. Monroe on him. See the pass to Drummond. Good work defensively by Monroe.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Now here's Pierce. Tight defense on him, and they pick up 2. Pierce has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Drummond. It's stolen by Garnett. Outside Rondo. And here's Pierce. He has 7. With the fadeaway. Here's Garnett. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Kevin Garnett doing a nice job using those long arms of his to snag missed shots.
Pass to Drummond. Rebound by Monroe.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Cats trail by 3. Irving attacking, and that one drops for him.
And ferocious on the attack there. Irving willing to make the sacrifice.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Bobcats making a switch here. Lights checked in. And it's Garnett at the elbow. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Hey, anytime you're guarding Garnett inside, expect a certain level of physicality.
Out to Bridges. Pass to Irving. Back to Bridges. Drummond sets the screen for Bridges. Clock at 4. And on the way from Irving for three. A rebound by the Bucks. Monroe's got his 5th rebound in this one. Fires from the wing. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Pierce's jump shot makes quick work of the mid-range opening. Lethal from that area of the floor. Refined and perfect.
Now here's Wright. Irving. Looking for an opening. Outside for Thomas. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
That rim has a family.
Bucks leading by 3. Outside, Pierce. Monroe sets a screen for Pierce. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Outside Thomas. The shot's good. And now just a 1-point Bucks lead.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Back to Irving. Drummond with a screen on. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Chris Humphries has checked in for Andre Drummond. Spates comes in for Thomas. And Cook subbed in for Bridges. And Phil Jackson wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Charlotte. Here's against Spates. Right outside. Back to Spates. In the corner, Cook with it. Just 5 to shoot. Tries from 10. Jump shot is good that time. Now here's Rondo. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Pierce. There's the triple. Humphries gets the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here is Cook after Rajon Rondo's bucket. There's 1:40 left in the first. Here's Spates. Nice pass. Running to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Monroe with a screen on Spates. It's Pierce on the wing. Guarded by Spates. Steps back and fires. The shot by Pierce, no good. And it's Wright with the ball for the Bobcats. It's a 3-point game. Here's Livingston. Plays it up and banks it in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
outside Rondo. Pass to Pierce. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Milwaukee also making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Monroe. Mason checks in for Paul Pierce. And Howell subbed in for Rondo. 4 on the clock. Beasley for 3. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Redick against Bridges. Pass to Howell. Here is Mason. Here's Beasley. And the Bucks miss again. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Charlotte leading by a point. 2K. And we're back courtside at Game 7 as this series comes to a head. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bobcats.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
The Bobcats with the lead. In the corner, it's Bridges. Shoots over Redick. Bridges misses. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Lets it go from deep. And J.J. Redick good for 3. Redick's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Milwaukee. Pass to Wright. To the middle. Humphries inside. Gortat covering. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Their shot by Redick, no good. Charlotte shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Right outside. Pass to Bridges. Space with a screen on Redick to the paint. And the slam dunk by Space.
Outstanding execution in the pick and roll, capped off by his terrific pass.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. There's a screen by Gortat. Down low. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gortat's got his first 2 points.
And this is where Gortat does so much. He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Bobcats have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Steps back. Good. The pass to Space. Fires at the elbow. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And it's out of bounds. The Bobcats will take it the other way. A different look from Milwaukee. Kevin Garnett, who's checked in for Robert Covington. Pierce comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Brown in for Howell. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Bridges passes to Cook. Right outside. To the inside. Here's Spates. And the slam dunk by Spates.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And so the timeout by Phil Jackson here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Cook. White dishes to space. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Irving against Redick. Irving misses. The Bucks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. White against Pierce. Garnett with a screen on Wright to the middle. Garnett just attacking the rim.
How about that for a flush? Garnett going up with confidence and packing a punch.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Bobcats. Trailing by 2. Irving against Redick. Back to Wright. Irving passes to Wright. And Wright throws it down hard.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Pierce feeling it out of him. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Pierce has got 11.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Irving kicks to Wright. Bridges outside. Pass to Spates. 5 to shoot. Back to Bridges. From deep. Redick with the rebound. The Bucks leading. Inside. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And right now, Pierce is feeling it. His guys would be wise to keep finding it.
Irving against Redick. Spade sets a screen for Irving. Wants to get to Spades and does.
And surprisingly, a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but rarely does.
Well, he certainly attacked it that time, but I mean, that's what they want to see more from him.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Teams changing it up here. Monroe dishes to Brown. Pass to Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Goes up with a stripe. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Garnett. Now Redick on the wing ground. Garnett outside. Monroe sets a screen for Pierce. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Pierce has got 6 points in the quarter. Charlotte trailing. Now Irving. Again, the Bobcats score.
So adept from the mid-range. This young kid Irving is already an incredible offensive talent.
To the paint. Here's Monroe. Rebound Andre Drummond. Bobcats have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Irving against Brown. Pass to Reddick. Left side Pierce from downtown. That one, no good. The Bobcats shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. And Drummond throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Garnett the pass to Monroe. And it's slammed in by Monroe.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And Thomas with the block.
When your defense is challenged like that, you need guys to rise to the occasion.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout, as now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Bobcats making a switch here. Cook's checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Rondo's checked in for J.J. Redick. Rondo against Irving. Pass to Garnett. And Thomas with the block.
This is the kind of rim protection he brings. Superb work coming away with the block.
Pocket 2, and a wide open look for Rondo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here is Cook, defended by Pierce. And here is Irving. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now it's a 4-point Bobcat lead. And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Garnett with the screen for Pierce. The high post shot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. How about this run break they're on right now? Wow. What a finish.
And how about the aggressive finish inside? You can't shy away from the contact down low.
Garnett with the screen for Pierce. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Bobcats leading by 6. Thomas dishes to Irving. Drummond the screen. High post try. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Irving's got 8.
Really warming up. He's scoring it with consistency this quarter.
Garnett with a screen on Irving. Buries the 20-footer.
And when he's knocking down these shots, it makes this team super dangerous. You got to respect the touch there by Rondo.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Rondo. Irving can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
It's Pierce on the wing. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Irving. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bobcats. Pierce up top. He's got 15. Lets it go from 11. Thomas grabs the rebound. Thomas got his 5th rebound in this one. Launches it. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Bobcats as they end the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-6 run. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. Milwaukee with the ball. 8-point game. Rondo passes to Garnett. Now Pierce. He takes it in. There's the steal. And it's the Bobcats on the break. And then Thomas with the jam.
Another basket for him, and anytime he touches it, you just think it's going in.
Bucks trail by 10. Outside Rondo. Pass to Pierce. Fades back. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one. Moving against Rondo. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Stolen by Monroe. Brown deciding where to go with it. Moving against Rondo. To the left wing. Pocket 6. Pierce for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
That's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated Black.
Bucks trail by 8. Brown dishes to Pierce. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Drummond sets the screen for Irving. Drills the elbow jumper. Irving's got 12 in the game.
And look. The recognition by Irving. Smart enough to read the D and take that one for himself.
Garnett with a screen on Irving. Here's Rondo, and he uses the glass on the lane. He's got 6.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
To the inside. Thomas. Yes. And it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Bobcats lead by 10.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
It's Pierce on the wing. That shot off.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Bridges passes to C. Drummond in the post. Monroe on him. And that one's good. Drummond.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Pierce. He's guarded closer. Outside Rondo. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Outside Irving. Drummond sets the screen for Irving. And Drummond throws it down.
And it's obvious Irving sees everything on the floor. He's able to find and exploit those cracks in the defense.
Strong move
to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Rondo passes to Brown. Outside, Pierce. The Bobcats pull it in. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Garnett. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Garnett's got 8.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
Drummond with a screen on run. And he's good on the 3-ball.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
Bucks trail by 17. Outside Rondo. Going inside. Garnett the pass to Brown. Outside, Pierce. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Pierce has got 4 points in the quarter.
Pierce has a plethora of offensive moves. He can really hurt you at that end of the floor.
Pass to Drummond. Over Monroe. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Down low and stolen by Kyrie Irving. On the wing, Bridges. Back to Irving. Drummond with a screen on run. Irving for 3. Goes back up. In deep. Drummond drops it in. 16 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Julian Wright is checked in for the Bobcats. Beasley's checked in for the Bucks. Brown dishes to Beasley. Beasley the screen. 6 to shoot. Over Wright. No good from Beasley. Charlotte leading by 17. Wright outside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Bridges finds Drummond. Shoots over Brown. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist for Bridges. Drummond's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Beasley, the pass to Rondo. Inside and stolen by Drummond. Here's Thomas. An easy 2 points on the layup. Thomas got 18 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Beasley against Wright. Beasley in the post, and it's Wright sending it back.
And when it comes to rim protection, that's picture perfect.
Pass to Drummond. And that one is good. Drummond's got 12 points here in the second half. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast break
opponent the entire game.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Drummond sets the screen for Bridges. Pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Rondo, bounce pass. Beasley, the pass to Garnett. Outside Rondo. With the crossover, and it's good on the way in. 10 points for him.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
So Phil Jackson's decided to take a timeout here, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Charlotte. Chris Humphries has checked in for Drummond. Spates comes in for Tyrese Thomas. Cook is checked in for Bridges. And it's Livingston in for Kyrie Irving. The Bucks also changing it up. Gortat's checked in for Monroe. Howell comes in for Garnett. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Brown. Keeps it alive. A rebound by Gortat. Bucks trail by 21. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Wright's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's stolen by Rondo. Fast break, Milwaukee. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Beasley's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, way to finish the play. You can't waste those opportunities.
And Wright kicks to Cook. Spates sets a screen. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Pass to Beasley. We've got 1:18 left in the third.